shit. Here we go again.
Low, low, man. Low, low,
You like contracts, right? You're a contract guy.
I read contracts instead of conventional pornography, yes.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Do you even know what you're saying? Card man? I don't even understand. I'm fucking illiterate. Do I look like I know how to read? No. I don't know how to read.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Andrew Esquire, and this sounds like I'm... So, hold on, is this microphone too far away? I hope the level is okay. Might be a bit of scuff there. I don't know. Or it might just be my headphones are down. But anyways, good to see everybody here today. And good to be doing it. Am I? Oh, no. I think I'm all right. Camera's tracking. If I go too far on this way, you're going to see my underwear because I'm doing laundry right now. So I'm trying not to lean to this side. But that said, good to see you guys today. Appreciate everybody. And yeah, we're here for the legal mindset. We teach you to be your own judge. And yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. I fucking did it. I did it. Oh man, he pulled it off, boys. He pulled it off. And you guys voted for me this time. This is the first time you guys believed in me. You had faith, much like people had faith in a Catholic anime waifu that was instantly corrupted. We're going to get to that because look, I know my chat. And I know that you guys, of course.
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
I knew this would happen. And of course, good fan of the channel, Azahara, was one of the first, fans of my channel were one of the first to corrupt this poor anime waifu. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the ban of Megalodon VT. And we're going to talk about Dogpack getting a lot wrong with Higehiro and also getting a huge whiff with Ivanka Trump. So a lot of corruption we're going to talk about today, a lot of whiffs. We're also going to talk about some low IQ takes regarding Twitch. So we're going to get through a lot today. However, since we're going to deal with a lot of low IQ, I want to bring up some positive stuff. And that is apparently there's an indie named Doobie, right? And I was informed of this indie very recently. And apparently they actually listened regarding managers. Look at this. Look at this clip. This is awesome. Doobie doesn't need a manager.
I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah, YouTube has no emotes, not yet. But I will figure out how to get monetized on YouTube. I don't have a manager. I do have kind of like a production assistant in a sense where they will help me for like really small tasks, whether it's for mocap or for like filtering emails and stuff like that. So I don't know. Having a manager sounds like, I don't need to be managed. I'm to be motherfucking 3D. I don't need a manager, maybe. But I'm sure having one would be useful for filtering emails, business emails, because not only streaming, you guys will see it when I make my website live, but I don't know if anybody's interested in like 3D consulting or something like that. Not 3D in terms of like the technical model stuff, but mocap or for like events and stuff.
So okay, so what they said, right?
Business, but I'm sure
so really good news there that she does not have a manager. But what I want to point out here is that she mentioned that she's got a production assistant. That's great. That's fine. That's totally cool. They're an assistant, right? And she said, oh, it might be useful for filtering emails. You know what you can use for that? An assistant. An assistant a personal assistant or a virtual assistant, whatever you want to call it, can filter your emails. You can even use bots to filter emails. You can even set up protocols to just filter emails automatically. But that said, if all you need is somebody to filter your emails, you don't need a manager. That's not a manager. That's an assistant. That's an email bitch. Sorry, assistant. And look, that's an important job. You need to get it done, right? But you don't need to pay somebody or cut them in as a manager, give them the title of manager to filter your fucking emails, right? Don't call them a manager because they're filtering your emails. That's weird. It's fucking weird, right? But that said, she doesn't have a manager, so she's good. So that's some positive news, and good to see some VTubers are kind of listening and learning, and they're not just running into engaging managers, making these deals where they're taking a lot of their money and they're getting exploited at large. So I'm actually happy to hear that. Real quick, Irham Amin for IDR 20,000 said, it's the unattractive nerd from Asia. What's up, nerd? Oh, yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Slippery little bastard. Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't spread over every egg.
But seriously, though, you move to Asia, you're going to have people cracking on you. They're going to say all sorts of things, all sorts of jokes. You move anywhere in the world, people are going to knock on you. You literally just have to laugh at it. And also, you have to look at the person who's calling you these names, who they are, why they're doing it. It's often more hilarious just to think about that. But thank you so much. Artemis says, got my first ever block from a V-tweeter. Congratulations. Hold on. You got blocked via V-tweeter?
Yes. Yes.
Great news. That's great. That is great news. By replying to one of your tweets earlier, simply saying, got to weed out the 39 IQ. Thank you, Legal Mindset. It's not. Listen, you're welcome. You're welcome for getting blocked when you called them. Because if they have that IQ, then maybe they should block you, right? It's a compliment when they block you. That's in fact quite based to be blocked by them. In fact, I'll play the clip here. Getting blocked by a V-tweeter is actually
not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Felzu, Rule 34 is still true. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Cool stuff. Let's see here. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I know. Okay, someone said Sean's trying to get me on his channel. I'm running my own stream here, so I don't know if I don't think I can join his stream while I'm doing my stream. It doesn't make much kind of fucking. It's not really possible, but I'll happy to join Sean when I'm not streaming. Blue Fire says, member for 18 months. Hello, my fellow nerds and base lawyer, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right. But I love Sean. He's a great guy. Great guy. And by the way, I think he probably was doing an update on the Baldo news. Just as a quick one on that, this is not the really the mega Ricada update, but just as a minor Ricada update, it appears his wife has lost her probable cause hearing, or rather they're going to take it under advisement or whatever else, but she's going to lose it in the end, even if it's under advisement. But the news is she's probably lost it or going to lose it. And then his mistress has her hearing tomorrow. So not a huge news update there. And then of course there's coping and seething and everything else from Nick, but that's new. It's not worth covering that he's kind of seething at stuff. And he's made some other weird comments on the internet, but it's Nick. He's a coke addict, so he's going to make weird comments on the internet. It's what he does, right? Minor updates. Cokehead's going to cokehead, right? So, okay, let's talk Megalodon, and then we'll get into Catholic corruption. So, Megalodon, and I'm just going to respond to Sean. I appreciate him though. Let's see here. Okay, so Megalodon is a VTuber, and they got recently banned. So let me show you what went down. So here's Megalodon's Twitter. So you can see kind of the whole timeline here. I got banned on Twitch. This was October 28th. So this was a while ago. Now, They have been unbanned. So the good news is they were unbanned just literally an hour and 30 minutes ago. So, or 2 hours ago, and they streamed an hour and 30 minutes ago. So that's good news, right? But the only reason why they got unbanned because everybody came out and supported them and pushed back. Now, let's show what got them banned. So there's two kind of videos here that can get into it. So this one right here, right? And this is this is the moment of the ban, right? So this is the moment of the ban. Watch this.
We'll raid out soon. We're just gonna once we get done with this hype train. I also know a cute Canadian streamer. Ooh, who? What happened?
So wait. Here it goes. And
what the fuck happened?
And she refreshes it. And boom. She got literally caught the moment that she got banned. Now, that wasn't the reason she got banned. She actually got banned for this. And I'm going to show you the other moment or the other video that was actually what got her banned. So, and I'm going to mute some of the, I'll turn down the audio because she's kind of loud here. But this is actually what she got banned for, right? So let's play the actual video, right? So this is what got her banned. Right.
Yay! Look! Look at how educational this is. Guys, I didn't know Twitch could.
See, there was the zoom. It was the zoom. So she got banned because not just because she came out and gave the full picture, but also because the zoom. And they're like, no, too lewd, right? Too lewd. And what they're saying is this violated their attire policy, right? Because of the hips and the attire, right? And they're leaning on their policy, which actually reads, and this is the policy straight from their website, right? So the policy reads that there's an attire standard, right? So there's a attire standard which requires you to follow certain guidelines, including for all streamers covering your hips to the bottom of your pelvis and your buttocks for all types of streamers, even VTubers, right? There's no exception. Now, there is a contextual exception. So in the context of beaches, concerts, festivals, swimming, swimwear, including bikinis and short shirts and bodysuits are permitted as long as they cover the genitals. And women who present must cover their nipples and areolas, right? Full coverage of the butt is not required, but camera focus around them is subject to our sexual content policy. So what they're saying is when that camera zoomed in, that actually breached the policy. And then saying here, content subject to contextual exception must be placed within pools, hot tubs, and beaches, which this was, by the way. But it's still an example of how VTubers, even when they presumptively on the surface follow the rules, can sometimes get hit for perceived violation of the rules. And by the way, she actually had this reviewed and Twitch turned her down. So this was the statement from Twitch initially, which said, hey, Megalodon VT, your account was suspended. As a member of our team has reviewed your appeal, and after taking a look into the details of your case, we have determined that your account will remain suspended due to the violation of community guidelines. It was only because so many people retweeted this and so many people tagged Twitch, myself included, that eventually they backed down. It was only because of the public shame that they were able to, right after she got that, she received, hey, look, I'm unbanned. She received an alert. She's unbanned. And hey, she's going back online, right? It was only after an immense amount of pressure from people calling out the bullshit, saying it's bullshit, that it was corrected. And by the way, for all of those that say, well, no, it broke the policy or whatever else, it's like, guys, check this out. This is an IRL streamer right here on Twitch, right? That's a fucking IRL streamer. How much of the policy is she breaking right there? How much fucking underboob is there, right? That's an IRL streamer. So compared to the shark, right? Not really that lewd. Once again, think that's a lot. I think that's a lot looter, right? A lot looter. So we're talking about different enforcement. Her face looks as fake as her boobs. Savage, guys. Black Sheep Boy says, I need a sauce for the thumbnail art. I'll put it in the Discord. I'll also put Azahara's versions, and I'll put my edited version because I have a safe for YouTube version. There's spicy versions as well. They'll be in the Discord, of course. All the degenerate stuff is in the Discord. Vagabond says, good afternoon from Guam. Appreciate the hard work. Of course. Thank you, Vagabond. Thank you for support of the channel. All those who support my channel. Appreciate you guys. Black Sheep Boy with the yellow. I'm still triggered from yesterday with the yellows, guys. Please, please. The golden shower I received yesterday was absolutely degenerate. But I will say thank you guys for the support. Also, thank you guys for liking the stream. We have 163, but we have 700 people watching. Let's get that up to at least 350. 350. Not gonna lie, it's kind of tiring that Western indie VTubers have to lean lewd most of the time because it's meta. Though I'm personally more into the cute girls doing cute things camp. Rima love. By the way, for the record, I agree with you. I actually don't. I think going super lewd is not the move, and I think it's not the content I like to watch. That's like super ultra lewd, right? You know, being suggestive, being a little bit spicy. Like a little bit is good, but too much is too much, right? It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It's like IRL. There's a difference between like tastefully sexy and like it's just over the top, and it's hard to explain. So je ne sais quoi, right? It's a je ne sais quoi. There's a line in which it's like, you don't need to go over that line, right? We'll pretend we believe it. No, I'm being serious. I'm being absolutely serious. It's like when you're just lewd all the time, it's not really special, right? Versus like, look, if there's somebody that doesn't normally wear a bikini and all of a sudden they're in a bikini, it's fine. But if they're wearing a bikini the entire time, it's like, well, they're just in a bikini all the time, right? Yeah. Yeah. Tatsubi said, did someone say golden shower?
Disgusting.
Thank you, Tatsubi. Oyamada said, I read from a comment in a different video. It said the pool requirement only applies to skin tubers. Were you able to see the part of the policy? It does not say that. It does not say that in the policy. However, it's being enforced as if it only applies for flesh tubers, right? Now, let's be clear, and I can pull it back up. That stream was 100% a pool stream. It was in the right category, and she had the background of a pool. Let me pull it up right here. So to me, this is her background. This was her background here. There's no difference between a VTuber with that background and a flesh tuber, right? So it's appropriate. It's an appropriate background. It's a pool. It's an interior hot spring-like pool, but it's a pool, right? There's no difference there. Also, hey, Raiders. Who raided me? Who raided me? Who was that raided me? Appreciate the raid. Appreciate the raid. You did. Oh, Powder Keg Greg. Welcome. Powder Keg Greg. Appreciate you. All right. Euphorics Gaming, SSRB Rosarian says, Ohio from Osaka, across the world, and I still ton? No, I appreciate. Oh, tune in. I got you, brother. Thank you for tuning in. I love Osaka. It's one of my favorite cities. In fact, I probably am going to spend and have spent just as much time in Osaka as Tokyo. And actually, in the future, I plan to spend more time in Osaka than Tokyo. I actually really like Osaka. Vagabond says, Doobie honestly strikes that perfect niche for me. Yeah, I want to watch more Doobie. I want to get to know Doobie a little bit more as a content creator. So I'm going to check her out. So I got that one. Yeah, it's being enforced unequally. Bald Eagle says, leave it to the West to ruin everything. I blame Twitch enabling, amplifying the titty streamer. It's also why Megalodon got banned. VTuber with personality beats titty streamer with no personality. Exactly. And frankly, I have seen a lot of, let's say the e-girls that are just making the VTubers, they're making VTuber versions of themselves just to go in the niche. They're also making a lot of names on Twitter like, oh, I'm the Ara girl, or I'm a geek girl, I'm a weeb, because they're just trying to attract that audience. But when you look at their content, they're just kind of reposting other people's anime memes and just posting regular e-girl sort of stuff. Maybe they'll cover their face, maybe they won't. So it's very interesting. But I think, honestly, the VTuber community, as much as they can sometimes be low IQ, sometimes the VTuber community can be no smarter than a monkey. There are people within the community that are actually intelligent, and they see through that. And they see like, oh yeah, that's all there is there. And then the gooner's gonna goon, but there's so many people that are out there. There's so many VTubers to goon to, the lewd tubers, if that's all they got, they're going to be pretty divided down, right? So yeah, and they're fake weebs, they're tourists. They're just tourists that are content creators, right? They're tourists that are content creators. And OnlyFans didn't work out. Twitch flesh tubing didn't work out. So now they're anime weeb VTubers, right? But it's pretty obvious. And I think anime fans are also pretty good about spotting tourists. Halogen is a new member. Welcome. All right. Also, Species 316, welcome with the 10 legal mindset memberships. I always love the fucking Gendo. I love the Gendo. I had a friend in middle school and high school who, like, he was like, when he saw Gendo, he was like, "That's me for real, for real." Like Gendo was his like life. Like he lived like it. He'd be in class like this. I'm like, bro, what are you doing over there? Like, you plotting how to fuck your daughter? Like, what are you doing over there? Your clone daughter? Like, what are you doing, Gendo? But anyways, thank you so much for that, guys. Very based of you. Thank you. Appreciate the gift.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
I was always more of a fan of oh, hold on one second. I think someone's trying to visit me. Hold on one second. So I'll put this one.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Low, man. Low,
You like contracts, right? You're a contract guy.
I read contracts instead of conventional pornography, yes.
So sorry, guys. Oh, is that working? Is that not working correctly? Come on, what the fuck? So, get up here. Track me down. Hold on. Let me go here. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Apparently, I guess there's like a regular like spraying, like a bug spraying thing, and it's a thing in Korea where they come by and like spray for bugs, and I'm like, you can't do it now. You got to do it later. Like, sorry, I'm busy. They're like, but we need to do it now. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, you cannot do it now. All right. Sorry for that, guys. Not scuff. That does not count as scuff. Legal mindsets infested. Yes. Japanese demon lord Abari Lucifer says Pippa is a Stephen Hawking of VTubing. Very true. Why are all fish-based VTubers lewd? I don't want tuna in the degenerate show. Oh no. No. Wait. I mean, I guess water is wet, and so are fish VTubers. That's the only answer, really, guys. That's the only answer. All right. Mayhem says, nice to catch you live. Got your stream and a bottle of bourbon to cope with the dental work I done. Oof. That's rough. I've got two fillings I've got to get replaced because they were kind of old, shitty American fillings. And when my based Asian dentist saw them, they're like, your filling is inferior and the quality is shit. Oh, you must replace it immediately. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll do it later. So I'm like, okay, give me 2 months and I'll come back and replace it. Someone mentioned the fish man. The fish man is super lewd. Sakana is super lewd. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I've seen a lot of Sakana stuff that I can't unsee. Let's say that. Marksman the 117 says, "Is it me or the lot of yellow raining over here?" Oh yeah, that's why I appreciate the blue to wash away that yellow rain. But yes, appreciate that. Thank you guys for that. Also, shout out to my locals. Appreciate everybody who's over there. Joe Schmo, Barry1 BTC, Danielle, Repton, everybody who's over there. Appreciate all of y'all. Dropping the knock knock, open up golden shower police. They heard me being degenerate. None left said, "How will you cover the Nexon versus Discord subpoena?" I haven't seen it. You got to send it to me, bro. Send it to me and I'll check it out. Now, tomorrow, I have a stream set for talking about the McCamey Manor, the America's Most Extreme Haunted House. We're going to go over their waiver. It's a 40-page waiver. It's pretty crazy. We'll go over a little background there, too, with some of the lawsuits and stuff as well. That's kind of our Halloween special. We'll be doing that tomorrow. And then Emperor Cretin said, "Twitch has to ban the VTubers because they can't fill their JO crystals off them. How else are they supposed to cultivate erotic energy from a surprising source?" I know. Look, if they could VTubers, if they could VTubers and take sexual favors from VTubers for, clout and position and promotion on the front page, they would allow VTubers to stay, right? But the difference is that they're actively trying to, let's say, get certain benefits from the FleshTuber girls that are there, which is why they put that in the policy that you can't suggest that or say that. To even suggest or say that Twitch staff or mods are, taking favors in exchange for benefits will get you banned. So why would they add such a specific thing in there? There's no reason to do that unless they're actually doing that, right? Mayhem says, "On the off note, what's your favorite whiskey?" Bullet. Bullet is my favorite whiskey. It's my go-to, and it's available pretty widely. So even in Asia, I can get Bullet. It's pretty good. King Luigi gifted 1 membership and then 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Yes. Appreciate that. Did you hear about the Blue Sky crypto deal? I did not hear about that. So I want to look into that. Obviously, a lot of the Blue Sky people were salting Twitter, but I mean, most of them I've checked over, and I've seen a lot of them that are still on Twitter. So, I mean, Blue Sky has got a lot of signups, but signups doesn't mean that the other thing is going to stop, right? Or cease. Not at all, not even close. Species 136 is pretty sure Rule 34 Sakana is wild. Oh yeah, it's pretty degenerate. Let's see. Elpire Ava said, "US Dental is shit. First video is also on the Crunchyroll situation, given no one but you and like 2 others are getting the law right." Great stream. Thank you. I will say, shout out to Mujin. He actually quoted me. He said like he looked at my videos on this and he listened to me when I said it wasn't a crime. He did clickbait the title a little bit, but I don't blame him. Clickbait works. I know why people use clickbait, because objectively, if you put a clickbait title, it'll work. So his title says, Crunchyroll committed a federal crime, but then he goes into why I said it's not a federal crime, right? Because it's not. And most people that looked at it cited the wrong law. They cited, a lot of other crap. And a lot of people got really mad about it. But I'm like, bro, listen, I think it's shitty too. But I'm not here going to lie to you about the law and tell you have a chance when you don't. Like, you don't. So mad respect to Muji for quoting me. Very based of him. And good video, by the way. He makes good quality content. Wildcade says, "If it was all about gooning, the CCV would fall off when the chibi models are used. I hate the stupid gooning argument." Yes, it's not all about gooning, right? VTubing is not all about gooning. Anime is not all about gooning. People also make that argument about chibis and the lolly models or petite models, whatever you want to call them. It's not all of it's not a sexual thing. A lot of times it's just, hey, I like this model because it's cute. And liking a cute thing doesn't make you a degenerate. It can, in fact, be very wholesome, right? Let's see what else here. Omen says, "No lewd, only Fishman hate." No, it's all good. Also, KMW dropping 10 and Doug Diaz dropping 5. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I gotta give you what you want, because I know what you guys want.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh yeah.
I mean, we're getting degenerate today, so feet are pretty on the money. But thank you for that, KMW and Doug Diaz. Appreciate both you guys. Thank you. And guys, say thank you if you received a gift membership today. It very much helps out the channel. So let's I think did I get everything with Megalodon? Let me make sure I got it all here. Oh, 39 IQ question. Okay. So there was somebody out there that asked a question that was 39 IQ. And I was tagged in this. Now I get tagged in this a lot. I really do. And it gets frustrating, but I decided to answer this despite the fact that, a lot of people, pointed out that I was going to be frustrated by answering this, but let's read through this here. Kyra says, realistic question. Why don't all just start suing Twitch support for unfairness and harassment against VTubers? One way or another, this will stop the conventional issues. Personally, I am getting tired of seeing all the unfairness and hypocrisy on this topic. You want to make a change, lawyer up. Oh, they have rules that are specific and you abide by the rules, but still get bans? Great, sue them. Stop talking about the ban and just sue. VTubers need to start making these types of threats or actions, or else this crap will keep happening. If all you do is post about it and take no action, then all you're doing is feeding the drama. No, sue Twitch for discrimination. Plain and simple, I'm done. All right, so Kirith clearly has not watched my videos. And here you go. It says, guarantee once Twitch and Twitch support get a few partner streamers who sue for loss of revenue, they'll stop this crap. But all you do is complain and nothing and do nothing to shut up. So Based Cheshire T comes back and says, legal mindset already covered why, right? So shout out to fucking Based Cheshire T, who came out here like a fucking Chad, dialing in.
Hello, Best Department.
And pointing out that I've already covered this fucking a million times. And then here it goes, legally they can act if they follow the rules and they still get banned. If enough complaints come through, it's a class action lawsuit, right? So, and I think I think I eventually get tagged in this, right? So yeah, tags me in this. We'll cover again. And then the fucking best meme ever. Legal mindset talking to chat when he explains for the 10th time. This is literally how I feel. Like, this is me for real, for real. Like, I am the fucking Green Mile guy who's just fucking suffering because I've done this so many goddamn times and people don't listen. Motherfuckers don't listen. They don't fucking listen. to which people would probably respond. People probably respond like this when I'm like, guys, I already explained this, and they respond.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
So each time I have to dumb it down more and more so the low IQ people can understand it. And by the time I've done my third video explaining it, like I'm explaining it to somebody who's got severe developmental issues, someone who's missing a chromosome, right? Like they've got some, sort of, what is it? They start the day and they forget everything syndrome. They forget everything in the beginning of the day. What is that? Eternal sunshine of the spotless mind thing. They're forgetting everything. Eventually it'll get out there, right? Eventually, but I'm willing to do this again. I'm willing to do this one more time. And I do appreciate, saying don't feel bad. Legal mindset wants to be properly educated to cancel out 39 IQs. I agree. So let's go back up here and talk about this. Now, I will say one thing, and I'm going to give a little bit of credit up front. Is it possible that there could be a lawsuit for an individual streamer? Yes. So I've said this before. The most possible lawsuit is if a large streamer with a big contract was to lose that contract, and it was because of unfair enforcement on the part of Twitch. They may have a case for estoppel. They will never, ever, ever, ever have a case for discrimination. Let me say that again. You may get a large VTuber or a corporate VTuber that has lost revenue and they get a case in estoppel. Maybe. Like, they've got to be big. Like, I'm talking Iron Mouse big. Like, real big. Maybe. But discrimination is never going to be a thing because VTubers are not protected under the law in any way at all. You can completely discriminate against them, and it's legally okay. You can ban VTubers from your platform. That's okay. There's nothing requiring you to allow VTubers on your platform. It is a choice of what content you make. Just like you could ban nudity, or you could ban gaming, or you could ban any sort of other content. It's fine. As long as you're not banning all women or all minorities or all people of a certain religion or all people of a certain nationality, it's okay. And VTubing is not a nationality yet. It's not a gender identity yet, right? It's not a religion yet, right? It may become one, right? So it's not protected for discrimination. Maybe there could be tortious interference, some sort of estoppel, but that's not discrimination. And Megalodon VT is not big enough to sue for that. And she didn't have some sort of giant contract that would be worthwhile to sue over that. You've got to have somebody who's losing a very large contract. And we're talking 6 figures. It's got to be a very large contract with extreme damages to even try that. And by the way, it's probably still not even worth it. It's probably still just worth negotiating with them, even then. But it's not going to help if a bunch of people file a lawsuit for discrimination that gets dismissed immediately. They're going to be laughed out of court. The lawyers wouldn't even file it. I think the lawyer might get disbarred for filing such a stupid 39 IQ lawsuit. If a lawyer literally went to the court and filed a discrimination lawsuit based on people being VTubers, I really think they might be talked to by the bar. Right? It's that dumb legally, right? And that impotent legally. So that's why that happens, right? There's no discrimination lawsuit. Maybe something else. Okay, maybe, but not discrimination. Got to shut that down. Got to shut that down. Spooky says it's not 39 IQ, 0 IQ.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Yeah. Black Sheep Boy says, you can just fucking ask energy. Yeah. Alpar said, you owe me a new keyboard. Literal spit take hearing this. Yeah, it's that bad, right? Ava's a lawyer. It's like, what the fuck? No. Like, what the fuck? Lenmar says, hey, Andrew, it's about time the governments and regulators start investigating Twitch. There's too much BS going on. Also, what rabbit hole did Sakana stick his head in this time? No. We were talking about, everything being lewd, and somebody made a super chat that all fish tubers are lewd. So I said, yes, like, I've seen Sakana lewds. They're out there. I mean, the rabbit hole is deep, and your boy just sees things. Okay. They're out there. Search stuff. Sakana, I search Sakanas for my thumbnail and some shit comes up and I'm like, whoa, safe search back on. All right. Like, sometimes, usually I go without safe search, but sometimes I'm like, you know what? There's a reason for safe search. There's a reason for safe search. Wildcade said, did you see Shondo's comment on Meg's ban? No, I did not see Shondo's comment. But I mean, look, Shondo's dealt with this bullshit before too. So I mean, Shondo's not happy with them either. And they fuck Shondo as well. And they know. And in terms of Shondo's got a petite or lolly model, so they said extra rules apply to them. Shondo cannot do anything even minorly lewd. So, a Twitch mass exodus if they hate it so much. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Where are they going to go? The only real other option, the viable option, is YouTube, which is a viable option. So Twitch people can just go to YouTube, but that's... I wonder if there's somebody. There's like an announcement here. Anyways, I think it's like probably an emergency announcement. I don't know. Anyways, Mega just had to restart 2.0 base shark. Emperor Creatine said, this is highly offensive to POA, people of anime. There you go. Blake C137. I'm a member of the Church of VTubing and worship Pope Dokibert. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, you guys can hear it too? Yeah. It's probably an emergency alert or some other thing like that. It is what it is. The bomb straw. It's the bomb squad. Let's see. Do you think Sakana's North Korea's coming, guys? North Korea's coming. King Lugia for 6 Malaysian ringgit. Do you think Sakana's fish hole tastes like garum? I have no idea. I have no idea. All right, so let's continue with this too. Niji sisters hunting in Korea. Yeah, some announcement I can't understand, so it doesn't affect me. Legal mindset, probably. Yeah, that's how I listen, guys. Everyone's like, how do you survive in Asia if you don't not fully fluent in the language? I just do, bro. I just do. Mail on stream. It's over. It's over. They got me, boys. They got me. All right. Let's see here. All right. Let's talk about the Vatican. Let's talk about this Vatican. The Vatican mascot, right? Okay. So we announced here, this is not a joke. The Vatican now has an anime mascot, right? So that's it. They've got that anime mascot, Luce, right? And now I didn't think this was real at first. Actually, when I was first looking at this, I thought this was fake. I thought it was made up. I'm like, no, you guys are fucking with me. This can't be real, right? This is totally made up. But I realized when I was looking at this article, and I saw two articles on this, one from Comic Book and one from Niche Gamer, that this is 150% real, right? So here's the article here. Vatican goes full anime with new Catholic mascot, right? So here you go. Here's the mascot here dancing around, right? So very sweet, cute little mascot, right? And the church is leaning into anime, right? Because obviously anime is popular, right? And so they're saying, okay, well, we got to lean into this. We got to get a young demographic, right? And you literally have freaking right here, Luce, with this mascot here for Holy Year 2025, Italian for Light. Archbishop Ficella says the mascot was inspired by the church's desire to live even within pop culture so beloved by our youth, right? So it's supposed to represent the Vatican and the church throughout 2025, and it's going to be their mascot at Expo 2025 in Osaka. So that's next year. I'm actually going to go to Expo 2025, so I'll be there. So I'll be able to like give you up front and center from their room, right? Or their exhibit. So obviously, this is something that people were laughing about, but it took about 2 seconds for this character to be corrupted. Now, I can only show so much here. And there's obviously wholesome versions, right? So like some people over here had wholesome versions. I'll show some wholesome stuff here. So obviously there's wholesome versions. I think Azahara had, these are AI generated, right? So here's one and here's two, right? So AI generated, really cute, right? It's like, oh, that's really cute, right? But then you have stuff like what was posted by Arch, right? Which is in my thumbnail, which is right here. Obviously there's this, a lot spicier. And then Azahara, also a fan of the channel, posted this. And this is my heavily censored version. I had to super censor this. So this is YouTube friendly, but just barely, okay? And here is the heavily censored version, right? So as you can imagine, this got pretty spicy really quick, right? And this is the most tame version. This is the most tame version of this. We all knew this was going to happen, right? Listen, you put out an anime mascot, it's going to take about 10 seconds for the internet to rule 34, especially with AI, and to get absolutely 100%.
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
I knew it was going to happen. So anyways, and yes, I'll post that in the Discord, so you'll have that in the Discord. Yeah, there will be dojins. Yeah, exactly. We're just getting started here. So there we go. So that happened. Azahara says right here. Yeah, there you go. The fucking culprit here for $5 says they saw that people on Twitter were getting called PDFs for posting anime, so decided they wanted to get in. Oh no, Azahara, you motherfucker, you fucking bastard. You're going to hell, Azahara. Going to hell. Black Sheep Boy says, "Forgive me, Father, for I have simped." Listen. As Pope Shondo I said,
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Mayhem says for 5, it absolutely took no time for the Rule 34 fan art to drop. Exactly. It happened so quick. Mana Chan says, let me introduce you all to the Moth Pope. Yeah. Markshan117 said 2 seconds must be a lazy day. Rose Kiela said, can personally vouch against Twitch's bullshit. VTuber does drinking stream banned. My fiance and me did a 4-hour drunk Phasmophobia stream. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. Jinblade says, it's Niji Sanji scouting for new talents. Oof. Tatsumi says, legal mindset in Asia. Ignorance is bliss. No, it's called using the Gaijin pass if you're in Japan, or the Weigugan smash if you're in Korea. You're just like, hey, I'm a really dumb foreigner. And it works too, because we generally are. Now, if you're respectful about it, it's fine. Like when the woman came to my door, I was very nice. I was like, sorry, I can't. Sorry. She's like, I have to now. And I'm like, no, you can't. Later, but I can't now. Sorry. You know, Black Sheep Boy says, Vatican VTuber, Vatican YouTuber, best timeline. There you go. Japanese demon lord of Bar Lucifer said the church hijacked Christmas and Easter from the pagans and turned out pretty good. In the long run, I think this is good. We'll see. We'll see where this goes, Japanese demon lord of Bar Lucifer. I mean, I know you're out there creating DJing content of your own, so there you go. I mean, if you like tomboys, Japanese demon lord of Bar Lucifer is your boy. Omen for 10 Australian says it's a known tactic from what happens to Pokemon trainers, where people have pre-drawn bases where they touch up to fit the new trainers that are shown during Nintendo Direct. Oh, no. So they just plug the face in and the rest is filled out. Oh, degenerate. Jinlade says, praise the Lord. I mean, the Lord. Garland says, no exceptions means no exceptions. It's true. Rule 34 has no exceptions. Crimber Creatine says, if you listen very carefully, you can hear Matt Walsh seething in boomer rage. Yeah, we had a little one the other day because we had conservative Colonel Sanders. What's his name? It was something about gamers and his daughter. Yeah. So here it was. I don't know if you guys saw this, but you know, Matt Walsh's boss or fellow boomer, Glenn Beck, who literally looks like this man looks like conservative Colonel Sanders, right? Like, bro looks just like Colonel Sanders there, like straight up, except for more Mormon, you know. But anyways, Glenn Beck, yeah. This and guys, anybody who ever calls me right or conservative does not hear me dunk on these motherfuckers, because this is the most boomer take ever. You know what's going to happen? His daughter's going to turn out to be a VTubing game streamer within 5 years. His daughter will become a VTuber to do game streams because he does this to him. This is why people don't like certain types of boomer conservatives. It's a horrible take. It's stupid. And I'm glad that people of all political stripes call it out. Or just like, yeah, this is a fucking boomer take. Like, sorry, like you're not getting rid of gaming, bro. Like you're not getting rid of dancing, right? So, like it's not going to happen. Okay. So boomer take, I call out bullshit like that. Same with Matt Walsh, same with everybody else. You know, let them sit over there in the no fun allowed camp. Right. Oil King for 5 says, very strange to do this now. They don't care about family. Priests are males, and with wife, yag, I tooted. Yeah, well, priests used to be able to have wives, right? That was not a thing where they always couldn't. They could for a long period of time. Felzu said, anyone else notice that Luce is basically Shondo? Wait, really? I didn't think Luce is Shondo. But then again, I have such a strong image of Shondo, so I didn't put that over. And there's some little details about the model that don't make it look like Shondo. But okay, if you see that, it's you that. Black Sheep Boy says, X, Twitch partner Luce VT has been banned. That will happen. You know, that cross was too lewd. You know, her cross was too lewd. They had to ban her. Salte says, I see Luce as a femboy. Cleanse my spirit. No. Bro.
No, don't do it! No!
Not a femboy. Not a femboy. Let the femboys be femboys, but that's not a femboy. Bald Ego says for 1787 says, I wonder if the Vatican loves Trinity blood. In that universe, the Vatican is the only thing keeping vampire hordes in check and defeating humanity. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen that one, but I did see there were some weirdos that were angry about Castlevania using Christianity references and stuff. And I'm like, look, I'm not for religion taking over stuff, but using it as a background for an anime or whatever else is perfectly fine. To the extent the creators intended that. You can also use religion as an influence. In Neon Genesis Evangelion, it uses Judaism and Christianity as a thematic motif, right? It's not literal Christianity and literal Judaism, but it uses it as a motif for the story, right? As a background to the story. I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. It's a story, right? And we've been using stuff from the East and from other parts of the world for a long time too, and kind of bootstrapping it into our own stuff. So I think it's fine as long as you make it clear that it's not an accurate representation. As long as it's clearly fictional, it's fine. Let's see. Tatsumi says, speaking of mascots, a JSDF has a furry fanboy no fucking way. Tatsumi, bro, you're fucking with me right now. They have a femboy mascot. You're gonna need to email this to me because I don't believe it. You're going to need to show this to me. Mayhem says the cross must have been St. Andrews. Bro, come on. What are we, Nick Ricada? Come on with the St. Andrews cross. Bad News Badger for 20 Days Corner said, had to allow wives running low on altar boy. All right. Bald Eagle said, oh no, I got the one already. So I got those both, and we're also caught up on all the other platforms, so we're good. Over on Locals, Joe Schmo said, she wears the uniform of the Fisher of Man. Seaman. Not seaman. Yes. Just fisherman. Yes. Of course, the wholesome seaman. Digital TA for €5 says, to be fair, even as a face camera, got a 1-day ban for passing out my summer car as a drinking game. Drink with character. Also, legal mindset. My summer car when? Wait, my summer car? What the fuck is that? My summer car? It's a game. It's a survival game. Oh, cool. Well, when I start streaming, I'm going to buy a new computer and I'm going to have the capability with the capture card, which you guys funded, which I'm going to get, to be able to do dual stream, where I'm using my computer for gaming and streaming, my streaming platform for streaming. I will be doing some of that. So I will be going over there and doing a lot more gaming. So we'll be checking that out. So, I'll try to play some games when you guys want and some other requests. I think that'll be fun. It'll be fun, right? Especially with perhaps a VTuber model at some point, which is perhaps coming. Japanese Demon Lord Abari Lucifer says the greatest Christian anime is the Quasar of Stigmata. I have not seen that. I have not seen that at all. I need to check that out. Zorro J. Zephyr, Proud Vinner, says Blue Exorcist is heavily based on religion. Are they going to cancel it? No. Once again, they're allowed to use those motifs. And in fact, a lot of times they like the Christian motifs, right? And they use them in a way that they think is interesting, even if they're not necessarily 100% on point. All right. Let's go over and let's start with, we got through that topic. Now we've got Dogpack 404. So this dude made some really dumb comments about anime. Now, this guy was covering Mr. Beast, and he's kind of the Mr. Beast anti. Now, he got a lot right. He did get some details wrong about Mr. Beast, right? And I said about Dogpack, I said that guy needs to be careful because he's edging on defamation or other crimes, etc., right? And he is really, really pushing it, right? In terms of some of the stuff he said. And lately, he's been making pretty big blunders in the anime world, which got him a lot of flack because he made a misstatement about an anime, right? Higehiro, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the problem with Toyoko kids and all that. That's kind of wrapped up with that. But he also made a problem with Ivanka Trump. So let me show you this. But before we get into that, I'll get these super chats. Blue Fire said Quasar is not religious; it's etchy. Oh, see, this is good. It's good I didn't Google this right away. Mayhem said, high school DxD, best Christian anime. I know. No. Bad. Species 313 says, it's said that a former Soviet leader asked how many divisions does he command when he told Pope John Paul was speaking against him. Is Pope Francis now gathering all weebs to him? What does this really mean? It just means they're trying to market, just like, for example, even like Twitch, I think it was like Valkyrie or whatever. She's having a American style anime or an international manga. It's not manga because manga actually needs to be created in Japan. And since it's American styled after anime, she's having something made. They're all trying to copy it because the West is creatively bankrupt, right? Western comics are dead. Western media is dead. The only thing that's making money and doing well is anime. So they're trying to latch onto it. Right? They're all trying to use anime style, like in general, because it's the only good stuff out there, right? All the Western stuff is garbage. Why is that? Because it's all this bullshit. It's all this dog crap, right? It's just vapid Hollywood garbage. So they're all looking at it like this is what we want because it's making money and it's what the young people are watching, and they need to capture a demographic. Mayhem, welcome as a new member. Appreciate you, brother, joining up at the RPG level. Replay gang, thank you so much. Curio said, best Christian game is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, by the way. Bro, why are you fucking lying? All right.
Excuse me, sir. What is your ethnicity? I am interested in calling you a slur.
Seriously. Also,
I don't care. No one asked, bro. No one asked.
Seriously. Japanese Demon Lord of our lips for that. QTS gives power with holy vitamin D. TQS. Rose Kelia said 200K on the way to hit that goal. Let's get legal mindset in a maid dress. I'm 2.0 model. We'll never forget. Whoa. I never said shit about a maid dress. 200K is for a model, not a maid, not a fucking maid dress, first of all. But that said, do I appreciate others in maid dresses? Sure, respectfully appreciate, but me, whoa. That's a bridge too far. It's a bridge too far. I mean, there's limits. There's limits.
No. Wait.
Of course, what people do with Rule 34 and everything else is that's the internet. That's the internet. That would be a big dress. Yeah, that'd be a big dress. All right. Let's continue with this. So here's Dogpack. Here's this guy right here. And here's a statement he made. So this was actually Keem. Now, I will say Keemstar, he actually made a video attacking this guy because Keemstar put out all of these tweets just kind of adopting what this guy said without even doing his own research. And of course, that's his normal thing. He thinks he's covered by saying allegedly. And I'm going to be very clear. Yes. Does allegedly make it better? Sure. Does it make you bulletproof? No. Just because you put Mr. Beach allegedly doesn't mean that you're 100% covered from potential defamation lawsuits, etc. Right? It's better. Certainly it is better, right? It's better than just saying Mr. Beast sent blah, blah, blah. So the caption here is Mr. Beast allegedly sent Chris Tyson anime about Miner's relationship with a 26-year-old, betting he'd love it in leaked DMs. Rosanna alleges. So let's watch this and then we'll talk about it real quick because this is pretty big ignorance here.
June of 2021, he sends a message of an anime called Higihiro. It says, I bet Chris would love this show.
Yeah. What's this show about?
Well, it's interesting that you ask because this show is about a romantic relationship between a 26-year-old salaryman and a 17-year-old high school runaway. It's well known online to be a controversial anime. And this anime is based on even more explicit novels that go into the details of this romantic relationship between an adult and an underage girl.
So Jimmy in the chats is saying, I bet Chris would love this show because it's right up her alley.
Why do you think Chris would love that show, Jimmy?
Why specifically this anime out of all animes out there? I've heard there's a lot of different animes out there.
There is, and Ava is well-versed in all of them. Here's some chat messages talking about Digimon, how the first episode of Season 5 is a beach episode, so much boobies. And if you don't follow the plot, Food Wars is just food and porn. Oops, she clarifies, underage porn.
Oh.
They're like, hey, we're all second-year high schoolers, and now we are having orgasms. This steak is so bomb.
So once again, referencing underage sexual situations.
Which is going to be a common theme through these messages.
Which is apparently very important for a work chat.
Again, sexually explicit meme about Violet from The Incredible.
So, once again, not defending Ava Tyson here, but they've got some information that's pretty fucking inaccurate here. And actually, I believe that Dogpack actually walked this back in the end. But they've got some information that's pretty inaccurate here. So first of all, the one thing I want to point out is not every country has the same age of consent. I know this is crazy, but the legal age is different in different countries. Now, Japan has a national age of consent and it has a local age of consent. So certain places it's higher. So for example, in Tokyo, it's 18, but in other prefectures, it's lower. And a lot of people think that Japan still has a super low age of consent. Actually, it does not. They, at a national level, raise the age of consent from 13 to 16, right? In 2023, they officially did that. Now, it was already higher, right? It was already higher, but they did it there. It was higher on a prefectural level. So each prefecture had already raised it above 13. They've already raised it to 16 or higher, right? But they just did that on a national level to make it harmonious, right? So 17 in certain prefectures would not be illegal, right? And in many places, 16 is legal in many different countries in the world. So this is a very American perspective, right? And once again, that's a subjective thing. You have to look at the country and whether that is or isn't, right? So saying underage is not necessarily accurate, whether something is illegal or not, right? Now, beyond that, they're also misrepresenting the anime as a whole. They're kind of implying that Higehiro is an anime that involves like degenerate a sexual relationship, which it's actually not. It's relatively wholesome. Now, it's kind of funny because when they brought this up, it actually got people to watch this. I saw Cloudy Monkey TWT, who posted this. I was reminded of the existence of this anime because of recent controversy. So I think I'll give it a shot. And people who watch this actually ended up liking it. And it's a good anime. Higehiro, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway, right? Now, if you guys don't know, there's a very real problem in Japan with the Toyoko kids, right? So I want to do a little educational segment on Toyoko kids. You guys may not know about them. Now, there are problems, and it is kind of a dark side of Japan, but it's a very real problem in Japan with these runaway kids. And there is exploitation and sexual stuff that goes on with them, but the anime doesn't explicitly go into that, right? There is a dark side to this problem, right? For real. And it is a problem. And I'm going to show you guys a video by a Japanese comedian that talks about this. But it's a 7-minute video, so not too long about it. But it is a serious problem. But is this anime degenerate and horrible? No, it's actually a pretty decent anime. And it reminds me of the Dan controversy, which, by the way, I've been watching Dan. Really good anime so far, like not controversial at all whatsoever, right? I have no problem with Dan. It's perfectly fine. And talk about, you want to Dan, you want to talk about Grand Mussy, Dan. Just saying. But anyways, good stuff, and oftentimes, for example, there are animes that on their face, they look degenerate, but they're actually not, right? They're actually not that degenerate. But let me get these super chats before we start. Mercenary said, what about a French comic that Razorfist raves about? If it's an overseas comic, it would be either just a comic, or at best, if it's anime influenced, it might be considered as quote unquote international manga, which is the term the Japanese Ministry of Foreign Affairs uses. They use the term international manga, or OEL, which is original English language, right? So OEL manga. Maybe you could use one of the others, but you can't just call it simple manga. There was somebody on Twitter who posted that, and I responded, and it's very much true. To say manga is inaccurate. Manga means it came from Japan, just like manhwa is Korean and manhwa is Chinese. My pronunciation in Chinese isn't the best, right? So, but obviously there's different names for stuff that originates in different countries, and that's specific to that country. Rose Killia says 250K Joel collab. We'll see. I'm open-minded. Emperor Creatine says best Christian media belongs to Robert E. Howard's Savage Tales of Solomon Kane, the most base Puritan that ever lived. Oh, you guys just fucking with me at this point. Bald Eagle 717 says the best Christian games are the Doom franchise, getting a look into the Holy Crusaders lifestyle, fighting demons. Deuce Vault, brothers.
No!
Oh, god damn. God. We just go down this road, and when you go down this road, it doesn't stop. This road is very long. It's very long. It's almost as long as the
Long.
Tatsumi says, I sent an image of the mascot to you via email. Dear sweet God, help us all. All right, let me find this. Pulling up furry mascots. Stephen Miller says, what do you think the Vatican will come out with next? And perhaps an Ultraman-inspired superhero that fights giant demons? Maybe, if they're going to play it all the way up. Sigrun says, people misrepresenting anime plots, that never happened. I know. It's not like tourists that come in and see something, especially if they've been, busy watching shonen during COVID, and now all of a sudden they think they're the anime master, right? And they don't know all about Japan because they like Boruto. Sigrun Eternia said, if you have the time, watch the animations from Mirabu Studio under depict Joan of Arc from FGO and Doomslayer as Bible study buddies. That's actually kind of based. All right. Furry mascot. Oh no. What the fuck is this? Is this official? Is this an official mascot of the JSDF? You got to be fucking kidding me right now. For real? Nya Air Force? Where are the pants? Where are the pants? Where are the pants? This is lewd. Where are the pants? We need pants, people. We need pants.
Disgusting.
But also maybe a little bit based. I don't know. The fur is the pants. Maybe a little bit based. She's got pants under her fur. Okay. You fucking guys. I can't deal with it. All right. So what are the Toyoko kids? Let's actually listen to this little description of the Toyoko kids. This is from a Japanese comedian, and he's just giving the story of the Toyoko kids.
Plaza. Amidst all the garbage, young people high on drugs in Toyoko Plaza. Amidst all the garbage.
This is in Kabukicho. So for those that don't know, Toyoko Plaza is in Kabukicho, which is well known to be a Yakuza area, which has a lot of sex stuff. Yeah, Mashita. Yeah. It's got a lot of sex stuff. It's got a lot of gangster stuff. It is safe. I know people say it's like, he's going to call it like the Philadelphia of Tokyo, but it's safe. I've been in Kabukicho many, many times. I've never had any problems, right? The only thing you have to worry about is the Nigerian touts that like try to recruit you to do stuff, but they're not going to do anything. They're not going to touch you. They're just going to try to convince you and never listen to them. Never follow the Nigerian tout that's trying to get you to come into a bar. Don't do that. Don't do that. But they're not going to actually attack you or anything. Marksman said, it's a femboy wolf. Learned so much from March. God damn. Tatsumi says, isn't he hot? Oh, God. Mercenary X21 says, French comics is called Bon de Ona. Bon de Ona. Also, this stuff reminds me too much when Gabby McGinnis and how he hates everything that isn't French comics, especially hates video games and manga anime. Yeah, it's all these weird haters. Yeah, the Nigerian bouncers. Stay away from them. All right, let's continue.
Young people high on drugs are shouting strange noises and lying on the side of the road. In the near future, Toyoko Plaza will be called the Philadelphia of Japan, but instead of hard drugs, we overdose on sleeping medicine.
Yoshida jokes about Japan.
Let's let me fast forward. He's good content.
Junior and senior high school
students. So Toyoko kids are all junior, usually teenage, junior, and senior high school students who gather in Kabukicho. They're usually runaways, but some of them live at home and they just come there to participate in the culture, the Toyoko kid culture.
Students who gather at the Toyoko Plaza in Kabukicho. Nowadays, Toyoko kids are getting a lot of media attention. This is because the number of Toyoko kids involved in crimes is increasing. You could say many of the kids are disappointed in adults, just like the adults.
Okay, this is a little educational.
Hey guys, it's Meshida. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm a comedian. I'm introduce funny Japanese culture. If you are interested,
I'll let him promote his channel since I'm using his video in its entirety.
In that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please check out my Patreon.
It's a good video.
Too. And now I'm organizing my solo stand-up comedy show in Tokyo. If you are interested in that, please check out the link below. So see you in Tokyo. Toyoko kids are so called because they are teenagers who gather in a plaza called Toyoko Plaza next to the Toho building, which is famous for Godzilla in Kabukicho.
Yeah, so you'll see the Godzilla when you're walking into Shinjuku or whatever, like Kabukicho area. You'll see the Godzilla like pretty far away, actually. Right, it's pretty clear. Emperor Creatine said, if you look closely at the black and white picture of Kabukicho, you might just see a gray-suited old man laying the smackdown on a bunch of punks. Wait, is that you? Also, Mercenary said, I expect Gavin McGinnis of unsavory acts. Yes. That's always true with Gavin. Let's continue.
First, Toyoko Plaza became a popular place for young people to take selfies and meet through selfies. The plaza became popular. The kids began to call themselves the selfie community. The good-looking young people whose selfies were getting up bars or who worked at bars in Kabukicho, which opened at midnight. The not very good-looking young people began to gather at Toyoko Plaza as a place to kill time until the bars opened in order to go meet them. For the old men who usually frequent Kabukicho, it must be like when Disneyland is overrun with children. Gradually, as the
that's a good reference.
Age of the youth became younger and younger. It became a place where middle and high school students who had no place to stay could gather. In the same way, the middle-aged men who have no place at home gather at izakaya after work.
This is so fucking true, by the way. This is so fucking true. And there's when I'm in Bangkok, there's izakayas as well there because there's a lot of Japanese workers in Bangkok. They're full after work. And so what I do is, because I don't have a normie job, so I can go to the izakaya, and I love pissing off the salarymen by doing this because there's a happy hour, but it starts at like 4:30 or 5. So I get there a little early, right in the beginning of happy hour, right enough to get a seat. And then I've got the seat and I just hang out the entire happy hour, right? Because I'm there and the food is half off too. So a lot of times I'm just eating. I'm not drinking that much. But they're like, oh, there's a gaijin here. Takes the seat. But listen, it is what it is, bro. I like Japanese food and I like highballs. You know, I'm just saying. Let me continue here.
Teenagers who have no place to stay at home gather in Kabukicho. Toyoko kids are children who have problems in their home environment or who have stopped going to school because they have no place at school. It is said that there are many of them, they prefer to wear dark-colored clothes, which are said to be Jirai-kei fashion, basically landmine fashion, implying the wearer.
They're menhera as fuck. So in other words, they're menhera as fuck. So it's like the goth or the almost like goth lolly, but like it's like definitely goth look, like for sure goth look, but it's definitely looks Minhera for sure. And most of them have a ton of piercings and usually a lot of tattoos. Someone's like the self-made tattoos, for sure.
Is cringy and has bad mental health. Dating someone Jiraike has a tendency to blow up. It looks very cute though. It is also known as PNK fashion. PN is a pictogram that expresses a sad face with teary eyes.
Whenever anybody gives this emoji is suspect as fuck. So whenever I see this emoji, I'm like, press X to doubt. Press X doubt. Also, Tatsumi over here, speaking of X to doubt, says legal mindset hanging out in the izakaya like legal douche set. Hey. hey, guess what? Guess what, Tatsumi?
Fuck you! Fuck you!
I do what I want. King Lugia gifted 1 legal mindset membership. Thank you so much, King Lugia. Appreciate all the support. Let's continue with this.
Eyes and represents a woman who is so-called Menhera, mentally unstable, dependent on the opposite.
So Phase Connect. This is Phase Connect. So essentially, when you think Toyoko kids, think Phase Connect, right? Pippa, Tenma, they're all like one step away from just being in Toyoko Plaza. And they're pretty much almost there, right?
Sex and addicted to host clubs. For those teenagers, Toyoko.
By the way, if they weren't addicted to their chat's abuse, they would be addicted to host clubs, right? If they weren't addicted to their chat's abuse, the Menhera girls would be in host clubs 100%. They'd be that famous girl who went in and spent all of her money and then stabbed the host for talking to other girls, right? Even though that's his job, that would 100%. Yeah, Garling says that's probably where Tenma was found. If Tenma is doxxed, it'll probably be in Kabukicho. I'm kidding.
Has become like a second home. Now, adults in the Japanese media are interviewing the Toyoko kids, asking why they gather there, and they are interviewing the Toyoko kids sympathetically. However, adults who are too busy working to have time for a second home may not understand why young people are gathering in Toyoko. Some of the Toyoko kids come for a place of their own, and after enjoying time with their peers, some kids go back to their homes where their families are. However,
so I would say that's actually, so from talking to Japanese people, particularly like younger Japanese people that know that or have like friends or have family members that have done this, actually nowadays in both Osaka and Tokyo, I would almost say the majority of them aren't actually homeless. They actually live at home. They just come there to hang out and spend their time. So they just go there to they go there during the day and they just go home to sleep, right? So they don't actually sleep on the street. So I would say that's probably the majority of them. They're probably not true homeless, right? Improv Man says Shisaka Ari is already there. Called the fuck out. Called out. All right, let's continue.
However, it is said that many of the Toyoko kids have problems in their home environment, have run away from home and living in Kabukicho. They all have mental problems. An increasing number of young...
Speaking of Menhera, Stormy Cypher, what top Menhera over here is about to get banned from the chat. She's definitely going to be... I mean, Cyphers definitely will be addicted to host clubs. That's very accurate. Very accurate.
Young people are getting high by overdosing on over-the-counter cold and sleeping pills. Some of these children have overdosed and died. You could say that those young Japanese people are westernized. In Toyoko Plaza, amidst all the garbage, young people high on drugs are shouting strange noises and lying on the side of the road. In the near future, Toyoko Plaza will be called the Philadelphia of Japan, but instead of hard drugs, we overdose on sleeping medicine. More recently, there has been a problem with adults in the underworld who are getting young girls addicted to illegal drugs and sexually exploiting them. Incidentally, there are some young and middle-aged men in Toyoko who are known as the kings, who organize the Toyoko kids. Many of them have been arrested for child molestation. They are the kings of perversity.
So that's a legitimate problem. Okay, so this isn't to underplay. This is a legitimate problem. Like this is an actual problem for the percentage of ones that are exploited for sure. That's definitely a problem for sure. Like it's a legitimate problem, and it's not a made up problem. So when the anime uses a motif of a runaway, it's not necessarily inaccurate, and it doesn't necessarily make this up just because it's perverted. It talks about an actual societal problem, especially with bad home environments. Right? That's a serious problem in Japan, like an actual real problem.
Toyoko Plaza is basically one like a church. Kabukicho was originally
that the church joke hits different after you saw the Luce meme. Like after the Luce meme, run like a church, like real quick, run like a church hits different. It hits much different, after this, right? Right? I'm just saying. Like run like a church has a new meaning after Luce. Sorry. Whole different meaning. It's different. It hits different now. Just going to say. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue with the Toyoko kids.
Known as a place with many bad adults because there are many Yakuza offices. Toyoko kids are more likely to get into trouble because they have more opportunities to come into contact with bad adults and adults who target girls for sexual acts gathered at Toyoko Plaza. Nowadays, there are many girls who engage in what is known as papakatsu or sugar daddy activities. The girls are trying to earn a living
but the thing is, that is definitely not exclusive to Japan or anywhere. Sugar daddy stuff is all around the world. It's in the US, like really rampant in the US actually, in a lot of countries, right? There's nothing new or unique about Japan in that instance. It's kind of a global thing, right? But yeah, obviously it's a thing there too.
If they stop, they will not be able to make a living. Taking advantage of this, immoral adults make it impossible for the girls to get out of the papakatsu scene. There is also a growing number of black market traders who supply the girls with fake driver's licenses. The purpose is to enable them to work in adult entertainment. Teenage girls use fake IDs to work in the adult industry, and middle-aged male customers use fake names in the adult industry and make fake love. Our adult industry is filled with fakes, but some middle-aged men believe it's real love.
So, mind you, I've said this once before again. Obviously, there's the JAV industry, which is the adult video, which is sort of like, like the porn industry of Japan, right? There's that. And also the fact is, while prostitution is illegal in Japan, that's defined as sex for the purpose of reproduction. So any non-reproductive sexual activity would be completely legal under Japanese law, right? Even if it's compensated. So there's a lot of other adult services that are available, right, in Japan. That's a legal quirk of Japan. So that's when he says it works in the adult industry. There's a wide market there in Japan.
To sum up, in Japan, neither youth nor adults can find their own place. Thank you very much for.
Okay. That's the end of the video. He just goes to comments. But yeah, that's a really good video. It's a good explanation. It's a serious social problem. It's not a made-up problem. It's a real social problem. I've seen it multiple times, both in Toyoko Plaza and in Osaka under the bridge, the Abisu Bridge, in Dontonbori in Osaka. If you go there, you can see under the bridge, walk under the bridge. You're going to see the kids there. And now the police will go by. So someone said here, is there a way to the kids to be safe in Quaster's problem? See, here's the problem. You can send the police to scare them, but they'll just go somewhere else, right? The thing is, like, the police, like, removing them from the place doesn't ever help. Like, the police in Osaka clear them out, and then they just come back later. Oh, let's see, I hit my coat hanger over here. But you can clear them out, and they'll just come back, right? You can say, you can limit gatherings, but they'll break it up and they'll disperse into smaller units. The bigger issue is families and family pressure. It's a social problem, right? It's a social problem. They don't want to be at home. And also remember, homes are very small, so you can't get away from your parents, right? So if your parents are dicks, they're like on top of you pretty much because even people that live in quote unquote big houses are actually it's still small, right? So like if you call somebody and the walls are thin, stuff like that, their parents are probably listening to the whole problem, right? That's why love motels are a thing, because you really can't do that at home or anywhere else because your parents will see, they'll know, right? Orsa Flats gifted 10 legal mindset memberships. Thank you so much.
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Yeah, and Lenmar said it right here. The problem is for €5. The problem with Japan is they put society's well-being before individuals. Yeah, it's both a benefit and a burden, right? There are advantages to it, especially when you live in Asia. You see the advantages to it. For example, people are mindful of other people in public. When I'm walking in an elevator in Tokyo or here in Seoul, right? People line up on the right side or left side of the escalator, and they allow people to pass. So there's like a standing on the escalator side, and there's a walking side. If you just want to stand, you don't want to run, that's fine. You stand in Korea, you stand on the right, and then you walk on, or you are able to move on the left. So there's like a passing lane. In the US, that would never work. People don't have the discipline to do that because it's all individualistic. Or in Europe, right? It's all individualistic, right? If you want to cut up the escalator, you've got to bob and weave, and you've got to say excuse me, and you got to push past people, right? They're not trained like that. So there are positives and negatives to it, right? But the negative is that oftentimes the individual is overtaken, right? So this is an attempt to express their individuality, right? So it's an overcompensation, right? So there's always positives and negatives, right? We can see the negatives to individualism in the West for sure. There's some things where we push the line there, but anyways, it's a very interesting thing. Now, oh God, who just sent me this? Okay, I'll get to the rest of the mascots. There's more mascots. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways, before we get to that, Dogpack 404 also had another bad take on Ivanka Trump. So also, in addition to this bad take on the anime, he also had a bad take that apparently on one of the shows that Ivanka Trump was like 13 when she did a pose for British GQ. Turns out she was actually 18 when she did that pose for British GQ. So he made a false statement that Mr. Beast and Ava Tyson were endorsing CP. So this guy may get hit. I mean, to be honest, if he's got any money, or if Mr. Beast and Ava decide to sue, he's kind of getting into the fucked up. Like, he's pretty fucked, because he's now come out and called Ava Tyson and Mr. Beast, he's called them PDFs, right? So they have a clear fucking defamation case against them, right? And that's because he didn't do his homework, right? He didn't do the research and say, oh no, she was 18 when she did the shoot, totally legal, not CP. But he went out and said she's 13 for some reason, which was really, really weird because he didn't do his research there. So that was an L on his part. So once again, look, I think sometimes we get so wrapped up. It's kind of a story of you get so wrapped up in being an anti that you don't do your research. And that's what we have to be careful of. And even I'm cognizant of this. So when people send me stuff that's anti-Niji Sanji or anti whatever else, Sweet Baby Ink or whatever else might be something I would naturally have an opposition to, I do have to kind of check myself and say, hey, am I being biased here because I want it to be a certain way? Like Crunchyroll. I fucking hate Crunchyroll. I really do. I don't like them. Funimation, no, I really don't like them. And by the way, I don't like the voice actors. The voice actors are usually super, super political. They bring all sorts of biases and bullshit into the industry they don't need to bring. But above and beyond that, I look, is what the law true and how does it apply? And am I objectively right? Right? That's more important. The truth is more important than my political instincts, right? Or my biases, right? So I do try to check that a little bit at the door. Can't always be perfect. Sometimes you fuck up. Sometimes you make mistakes, but try not to make a mistake of calling somebody a PDF. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Chaos Smash is the Vatican mascot a good or bad thing? I don't have a problem with it. Just, what's going to happen to it, right? If the Vatican wants to try to make an anime waifu, whatever, but what's going to happen with it. Right? You just have to be able to accept that, it's the internet. you've put out in 2024, if you're putting out an anime, mascot, well, there's going to be some stuff. All right. So apparently the JSDF has more mascots. Dear sweet baby Jonas. There's a Turtle Man, which I wonder who's Rule 34 the Turtle Man, because like even Vidal's got some spicy stuff out there, right? So you got that Turtle Man, another Turtle Man right there. You got the Karchan right there. All right, you've got that's that one, right? So I think we've seen that one. What is this? Is that Sakana? What's going on? What do we got there? All right, little army guy. Oh, there's like a little. Was that a fennec fox of some sort? Don't know what that is. Looks like some sort of fruit. And then there's a transformer. Looks like the space turtle. Police turtle. I don't know what the fuck that is. Don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah, so very interesting here. These mascots from the JSFDF. This is from Omizaki sub base. Very interesting. So shit gets interesting in Japan. That's a Gundam, you dipstick. Okay, I didn't know they're going to make it a full Gundam. Oh, base Fishman. Yeah, for sure. Let's see here. I can't. God damn it, Azahara, stop generating Luce. Literally, Azahara is here in the chat, and he's generating degen AI stuff as he's here. This motherfucker. I can't avoid it. It comes up right on my TL. Right on my TL. It's the bad thing. It's the bad thing about having a degenerate chat. It comes right up in your TL. All right. For today, that's what I had for you guys today. Crazy enough stories. Obviously, a lot more topics to talk about and a lot more stuff to get into. So we'll get into that in the future. But until then, guys, make sure to stay based. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about McKinney Manor and have some follow-ups there. And I may or may not have another in a stream in my evening, which will be your morning, maybe. But I will have a break on actual Halloween when it's Halloween here, because I'm going to probably be going out and doing stuff here on Halloween. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This stream was kind of wild, and also we're definitely demonetized. So please, because we're demonetized, it would really help me if you smash the like button, because I got too spicy today. I got to admit, I got pretty fucking spicy. We got a little bit degenerate today. So it would help if you guys liked the video. You don't need a golden shower, none of all that, but it was kind of, it was very wild today. But that's how I like it. I like having these streams out there, and it's kind of great when I can cover these topics and we can have we'll have some fun. Have some fun as we're going over these sort of topics. That said, guys, take a wonderful time. Smash the like button, and I will catch you all on the next one. I'll leave you with a little. I guess we gotta leave with a little bit of.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping